everybody, and welcome to my Cosy Christmas Project 2. This is my design team project 2 from Cosy Christmas Collaboration Kit put on by Nonstop Papercrafts and LineDotArrow. Now the kit is huge. Half of it is from LineDotArrow, the other half is from Nonstop Papercraft. The kit itself is 20 pages from LineDotArrow, 20 pages from Nonstop Papercrafts. You can go to the Etsy shop for each one to get the kits. There's also an add-on kit from LineDotArrow. I can't talk this morning, which is another 20 pages, and an add-on kit from Nonstop Papercrafts, and that's another 20 pages. So that gives you a total of 80 pages to play with, which is great. Now, part of the collaboration is a collaboration with some Facebook groups, which I'll tell you in just a minute. That's 4 Facebook groups, and LineDotArrow makes 5, and then through her YouTube channel and Ko-Fi, Suzanne at Nonstop Papercrafts is giving away her freebies. Now, every week there's a challenge in the collaboration, and it's premiered through LineDotArrow every Sunday. So you want to catch that video, and it shows you the freebies from LineDotArrow and her take on the weekly challenge, and then the Sunday video from Nonstop Papercrafts does the same thing. It shows her freebies, or the freebies, and her project for the challenge for the week. Now, for the other collaborators, they're the Facebook groups, and that's Haystack's Crafty Corner, Two Sister Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, and Junk Journal Tutorials, and more. These are all Facebook groups. On each of the Facebook groups every week you'll get another freebie page that goes with the kit. You have to go to each group to get your freebie page each week. So when you go to Two Sisters Jam, you cannot get Sweet Pea Papers freebie there. There's, you know what I mean, they're not all listed on each site. You have to go to each group to get the freebies. Now, why do you want to do the challenges, the freebies, make your own projects and all that, besides the fact this is a beautiful kit? Well, there's a drawing on each one of the Facebook groups, plus for Suzanne. Now, the Cosy Christmas drawing is going to be held in the LineDotArrow Facebook group. So LineDotArrow is going to have 2 drawings, but one of them is going to be for Nonstop Papercrafts. The other 4 drawings are through the 4 Facebook groups that I mentioned, and each drawing of the 6 has 3 prizes for a total of 18 prizes. The first place prize in each Facebook group, and for Suzanne at Nonstop, is an actual physical prize. So you're going to get something in the mail. Now, double check with each site or each Facebook group. I don't know why I keep saying each site. As far as their mailing policy, Sweet Pea Papers and Junk Journal Tutorials and more. Facebook groups only mail to the U.S. There's an alternate prize for first place, which is 3 Junk Journal kits if you are out of the country, out of the U.S., and you happen to win first prize. The second place prize for everyone in all the drawings is 2 kits, and the first place prize is 1 kit, and each winner gets to pick from either Nonstop Papercrafts or LineDotArrow if you're in those 2 drawings. And then if you're in the drawings from the Junk Journal group, Facebook groups, then you will get to choose between Nonstop Papercrafts kits and LineDotArrow kits for your freebies. Okay, now there's more to this than meets the eye, you can go to the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel, which is where you're at now, but go back to the home page and look up the November 26th December update video that I put out, and that gives the details of the collaboration. But I do not do a flip through a kit, because on the 26th also Nonstop Papercrafts is going to do a reveal video that is a flip through for her kit and her add-on. And then LineDotArrow on the 26th of November is also going to do a reveal video that is a flip through of her papers and her kit. So, you know, didn't want to do the same thing twice. I just wanted to talk about the first little bit is about what's going on with the two Facebook groups that I have, which is Sweet Pea Papers and Junk Journal Tutorials and more. And mine. They're mine. They're all mine. No, I'm kidding. And then the rest of it is about this collaboration and explains it more and in more detail. Okay? All the links and everything you need are below, so don't worry about having to memorize everything I just said. And also, there are the design team members, and they're all going to be working with this kit. And they'll have the full kit from each designer, plus the add-on kits, plus all the freebies to work with all month. And they're going to put out some great content, some great junk journals and videos and pictures and Instagram and all that kind of stuff for you to enjoy. So make sure to visit them, and the links for their YouTube channels and so on are down below as well. There we go. That took a little bit. But if you didn't see the first series, then this is the bigger explanation of what's going on. And now the rest of them in the Project 2 videos isn't going to be as long. Alright, so what are we going to do for our second project? Our second project is going to be a flip book made from manila folders. So we're going to take 2 manila folders. Now these are just standard office size. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to use these because the Amazon Basics logo. Let me get 2 of my legal sized. Really be cutting these down, but oh well. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, I still can't get 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure from the folded end this size plus 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay, so we want this page plus 1/8 of an inch all the way around, or, you know, approximately. I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay. I'm going to do this first because that's going to give us the length of all of them. Well, I guess I'm not, because it won't fit in my paper trimmer. So I'm going to do the width first. Then I'm going to have this scrap. Okay, so this is our first flip up. Okay, now let's do one more from here. And we're going to use the longer part. Oh, it doesn't matter. But it's easier if we line this up. And then just mark it. And mark it. we're going to go to market. And then we're going to cut this out so it's the same as this. Now, for some reason, the manila folders that are the business size from Amazon, the generic, save this too, are without that logo in the center. So when you go to Amazon and you look these up, the business size manila folders, and let's say this is the Amazon page for that. So here's the picture, here's the description, and here's where you press the button to select to purchase it or do the subscription option if that's available. And then below that will be other sellers, and look and see if there's one that says 75 cents per box versus $20 per box. Click on that. If it's Amazon warehouse, order as many of those as you can, 3, 4 of them. It's only $4 for 400 of these. Now, if you go through these like I do, that's really, it seems like a lot, but it really isn't, because we're cutting them down like this. And you can get a really good deal on them. But just look for that and see if they're doing that. A lot of times they'll have ones with just a little dent in the box, or ones that people bought and realized they were the wrong size and returned, and they go over to the Amazon warehouse and they're sold dirt cheap. So that's my Terry tip for today. So we're going to take this one. We're going to make at least 2 more. Of course, we only have 6 videos to work on this. And the 7th one is going to be our flip through. Actually, we have 7 videos if we want, if we need that many. If you want to know if you have them lined up, line up those gussets. Then you know you've got it straight. I put that too far over. We've got this tab template that we have left over, or tabs that we can use, either one. Here's one. Here's our other scrap, which is a different size, sort of. Let's cut these 2 off to the same size. I don't know how they all got different. Depending on which way I had the folder, I guess, when I cut them. Let's see how many pages that gives us. I can't remember how many I normally use. And I've got these tabs left over from Project 1. for Cosy Christmas. So I've got quite a few tabs if I need them. So now this is going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think this is what we want. 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. That's what we want. Okay, now I'm going to put you on hold because I'm going to ink the whole thing. I'm going to ink it in Forest Moss. We're using Forest Moss, Fired Brick, and Vintage Photo. Okay, we use Vintage Photo for some of the stenciling, and that's all. Real quick, a couple of the other things that we'll be using are the some stencils. Let's see here. And one of them is this stencil, which I made on my Scan and Cut, which is a doily. This stencil, which is another doily that I made. Then these stencils. Merry Christmas, Christmas ornaments, ho ho ho, and the Christmas tree. Those are the ones we used in the first project. We may possibly use the poinsettia one and this one with holly. This one with pine cones, and this one with a really cool deer with trees. So those are the ones, those last 4 that I didn't use in the first book. But I also forgot to ink and stencil 2 trifolds. So I'll go back and use the ones I hadn't used yet. We're going to be using some of this, which looks like lace, but it's paper. You can get it on Amazon. I believe it's called raffeta instead of taffeta. And you use it to put around the stem part of a bouquet and then tie a bow, and they usually use it for brides and such. You can color this whatever color you want since it's paper. You can just ink it. I've got a Ziploc bag full of Christmas washi. And I have some Christmas charms. They're so cute. Okay, so those are our supplies. Oh, and some acetate in case we need some acetate belly bands or pockets. I also have this big Christmas light bulb stencil, and sometimes I use that. Sometimes. Okay, let's put these stencils up here. Alright. So now, how do we put this together? Well, oh, we have to put a break and then go ink everything, and then I'll come back and we'll put it together. Okay? Alright, I'll see you in just a second. Alright, so now they're all inked. They have something on them. And so I labeled this one the front cover, and I put ribbon and ribbon on here because we're going to tie a ribbon on each side. I've already got the cover planned, and I know for a fact I don't want to run a cord over it or a ribbon over it. So we're going to do the sides, and then I labeled this one the back cover, and I put ribbon and ribbon so we have something to tie them to. You know, we have them together. So now let's start gluing them together. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this one and we're going to glue it to this one. Now you notice that I inked way far in, and that's because I don't know exactly where I'm going to put the pocket thumb hole. And behind the thumb hole, I don't want it to be just the manila folder. I want it to be inked. Okay, so we're going to glue these two together, and we're going to make a pocket to the right. Let's make a pocket to the right. So let's glue this together. That means we're not going to glue the left side because we flipped it over. I should have filled my glue. It's halfway full, but it's running slow. Put a little acetate in there, just a little bit, and then put the other part of the glue in, and then mix it by tipping it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I want to shake it. Doesn't really work anyway. Try to get it as close to the edge as you can. That'll give you a bigger pocket. Okay. So we'll glue this one to this one. You want to glue them together straight. Why are these not lining up? Is one bigger than the other? So now we need to decide, well, no we don't, because we ended up with a pocket to the right, just like we wanted. So let's label this pocket so we know. Don't write or draw anything too far up because we're going to punch the thumb hole. Okay, let's glue the next two together, and we will glue it so the pocket is on the left. It's just so not even, but it looks even everywhere else. Looks like the bottom's a little crooked. Let me fix that before we... Just a little bit. Okay, now let's glue this one to this one, and we want to leave it open to the left. I don't know why these are coming out different sizes. We measured them all against each other. Okay, and we're going to make one more pocket to the right. Oops, that's right. Look what I did. Oh, there we go. I really got these crooked. So this one's going to have 2 pockets. Now how did I manage that? Oh, I didn't. I wrote it on the wrong side. I don't understand what I did. Why does it... Have I just glued the 2 together? No. There we go. Yeah, one's behind the other. Because I didn't glue it right. So this one doesn't have a pocket. Okay, we're going to glue this one so the pocket is to the right. I don't know what I did, but I didn't glue them correctly. I think the middle one is the one that's not supposed to have a pocket. But that's alright that we have double pocket, one on one side and one on the other. Doesn't hurt anything. We still have right, left, right, left, left. Look, one that actually fit. Then this part right here, doesn't actually fit, even though I thought it did. I was so excited. I really did a bad job cutting these. So now we're going to have another pocket, and it's going to be to the left. So we have a pocket here, and it is the same on both sides. This one, it's right on one side, I mean left on one side and right on the other, and they're glued together as a double pocket. Don't know how I managed it, but I did. So now this is what we have. They don't have anything set up for the pages yet. And the back cover always ends up upside down, but the covers that we're going to be using, it won't matter. Okay. So now we can't do the covers unless we want to go ahead and do the ribbons, which we can do. It's just the ribbons will be flopping around if we do. So let's not do the front and back cover yet. So we've got 30 minutes left, so I'm going to put you on pause, and I will figure out what we're going to do for pages 1. Oh, this is actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the back cover. Okay? So I'm going to put you on pause and I'll be right back. Alrighty, now I've got 2 pages figured out. So let's do page 1. I've decided to make it a little grungy. I'm kind of grunging up the corners with the green and going a little bit overboard with the inking. That way it's a little bit different than the other one. Let's put an acetate, excuse me, belly band on here. Let's see if any of these are long enough. No, we're going to have to go with the big piece. Put all these little ones up there. Let's see. I'm a little sniffly now. I don't know if I was doing it before, but I apologize ahead of time. Let's cut the length off. No, let's make it 2 inches wide. Now we've got this long piece still. If I had cut the length off first, then I would have had 2 kind of weird sized pieces. This way I've still got a long one for another belly band. And now I'll cut off the length where I marked it with the Sharpie. which is right here. Let's double check the size. That would be a good idea. Okay. Unstick my hair from it. It's got some serious static electricity going. They're in a stack. These are what do you call it? Overhead projector acetates. They're made for dry erase markers. There's the sniffle. Okay. Then, oh, I thought I had something set aside for the card. I guess I don't. But we can use can't believe I thought I had one set aside. There is a matching one to that. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't have anything in the upper corner. I can do this for the writing card. No, I don't like that at all. Do this. I'm going to have to cut it down this way and a little bit this way. We can cut off the bottom. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Shouldn't be that much. That'll fit. It's a little snug. Let's take just a skosh off the bottom. And I'm going to leave it the width of the paper. So I don't want to cut any of that off. Let's round the corners. Alright, let's get this glued on. I stuck my fingers all in the glue. You can see why I inked that end so far, because I manually measured. And some of these aren't exactly cut in the middle. I didn't remember to fold them in half and mark it where the center is and then cut it. I was just eyeballing it, so some of these are off a little bit. Okay, so let's take this and ink it. Now it's going to be white on the back. So I'll do the stenciling off camera. Since it's so big, I'll probably use the Christmas bulb lights. Let's grunge this up a little bit. I have no idea why I did that. But I'm just going to go with it. There we go. Okay, now we're going to start this one. We've got an envelope. This is our paper, and I've got it all inked. This is our envelope. I've got it all inked. We need to glue the paper onto the front of the envelope. Can't work when there's too much stuff on here. Oh, we want to leave a little bit of a edge. Remember, we're going to cut this side off for a pocket, so we want to leave it a little extra wide. Not quite that much. So we want to cut it right here. And move it there. So we're going to cut the height first. I've got this nice scrap. Then we'll cut it for the other way, which is the width. I want it this way. Was I not paying attention last time? I guess not. Let's cut it here. We'll cut it there. Couldn't find the line again. I knew I had cut it for the width. Grungy Santa. Okay. We'll glue it to the cover. Now remember that we're going to cut it for the pocket on this side. So we want to glue it here. So when we trim it for the pocket, it's still glued. Okay, now we're going to cut the window right over Santa. Get my pliers. I didn't realize that little piece was still on there. There we go. Alright, we're going to put it in the inside with the blades facing forward. I'm going to try to place it where we want it. And then we put the top plate on. Sorry about that. I'm having a little issue of putting it away. Okay. Take this out, and here's our window. Take this away. Now we've got a card that we can use. Well, it's a little crooked. Mine are always a little crooked. So now we have to make them all a little crooked. Let's get the window inked. Oh, I forgot to set aside some paper for the inside of the card. I mean the envelope. Use this. It's already cut to the right size. Could also use that. No, I'm going to use the Santas. Now remember, we're getting a little bit grungy, so go ahead and ink this up. The neighbor's dog is like a horse going down the steps to go outside. They have this ginormous pit bull. Well, they have two, actually. So we'll hear another one here in just a second because they take one out and then the other one. I'm surprised it's this late. Usually you hear them really early, like 5. And then you hear them again a little bit later. Maybe they did go out at 5 and I just wasn't paying attention. I thought I did this already. I guess I didn't do that last little bit. Okay. Now we need to put this piece in. The glue got a little squeezed into there. Let's make sure it's all open. Put this Santa paper in. That gets a smidge tall. Let's try that and see how that works. All we have to do is glue this front edge. Wow. Don't get so loud. Then we glue that to the other side, not that side, silly. Now I just put a big splot of glue on the acetate. We're definitely going to have to finish this next time. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. We'll get this fixed and get this glued in. We'll get the back put on, all that good stuff, in the next video. And that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye. Look at our mess. Bye-bye.